Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, a very warm welcome to you too. This is part 2 of me rebuilding my Scalextric collection. Now if you haven't seen part 1, that is linked up here. Essentially the story goes that I moved a 30-year collection of Scalextric and Slot Cars into a storage unit. 48 hours later there was a huge fire which decimated everything, PA system, freelance gear and my entire slot car collection. And now I'm attempting to rebuild it. The first video I went down to the Swindon swap meet and found about 5 cars, but over Christmas I have been, well, spending a bit too much time and money on eBay. So this is an update on where I've got to, and there's quite a lot of new stuff in the collection. I say new, but you know what I mean. So first thing that I managed to find was a bit of a job lot of track. So I got a, basically it was a very small starter kit, which was this, and it came with a few extra packs as well. So all of that track is now in a box, so that got me started with some sport track, and then about 2 days later I won a auction for a lot more. Now I had this set and it was absolutely mint. It was, the cars were perfect, the track was pristine, it was like brand new, but obviously it was in that unit and it is no more. So I managed to get the rally stage set. Now this came with 3 cars, which I'm going to show you later, but the main reason I bought this was for the track, because I actually quite like this layout. So me and Elodie have been using this layout quite a lot over Christmas. So that replenished a lot of the track. But then I ended up winning another auction for even more track, and it's this massive set, which I haven't even got out yet. Sadly, it doesn't come with the power base or the cars in there, but I only really wanted it for the track, and it's a huge amount of track, and it's also got, what is it, a lap counter and timer, so that's going to be a lot of fun with the little one. So I'm going to put all of this track together in boxes so that we can basically make almost any circuit that we like. In terms of track, I think I'm pretty well sorted, but there was one more thing that I didn't buy off eBay. Let's move this out of the way. The other thing that I bought was a bit of a treat. This was, in fact, the first thing that I bought when it came to rebuilding my Scalextric collection. And it's in here. And it is, I'm so pleased with this, it is, ooh, oh my lord, ta-da! The Super Sierra set. Now, in a few weeks' time, I'm going to do a review of this set against one of the old, in fact I might have it in here, let me see if it's in here. Yes, it is. Do you remember this? This is the Escort rally set. This is pretty much the only thing that survived from my old collection because I kept this in the house. It's very, very precious to me, this set. I've had it for a long time, and it's got my favourite cars in there, the Escort Cosworths. So I'm going to do a review of a faux retro set, while they're new sets, against a proper retro set. And I'm pretty sure this one came out in about 96, so it's about 30 years old. So it's going to be interesting to see the two side by side. If you want to see that, you know what to do, hit that subscribe button. But there's more. Genuinely, I'm a child, aren't I? Ooh. So, like I said, I have been a bit busy on eBay. So in here, in this box, are all the cars that I've been winning. Very, very pleased with this. Okay, it's not car or track, but it is one of the old Scalextric catalogues that I'd kept from when I was a kid. I managed to find an absolutely mint original for like £1.50, and it's also got the original price list in there. I know it's really sad, but that's sort of piece of nostalgia. I love that kind of stuff. One of the cars that I've been looking for is actually one of the club cars, and it's this one. I can't remember what year it's from, but it's this one here. Can you see that? In fact, let me open up the thing here. Now, if you watch the first video, you'll have seen that I picked up a weathered DBR9, and so I'm not quite sure about it. It doesn't look quite right. I did have one of those in the original collection, but this one, I don't know, it just looked a little bit different to my previous one. I think my old one was a club car, whereas that I don't think was, so I didn't get that. Well, this is the right one. Can you see that now? There you go. So that is a DBR9 009, and you can see the weathering on there. It looks more like it's actually been on the racetrack. See, it's still a bit clean on the roof, and the weathering sort of arcing back. So I'm very pleased to have that one back in the collection. Also back in the collection is another club car, and it is this R8. Now this one actually wasn't mine, and this one's got a date on it, 2011. This one wasn't mine. This one was Sam's. I bought this for her for Christmas. So I'm very pleased to have this back in the collection. There it is, looking lovely. Now this one, okay, so this one's a bit hit and miss, I'll be honest. I've been looking for, and it was a bloody nightmare trying to find the original one of these for the original collection, which is number 92, a red Dodge Viper. Now, when the seller advertised it, he said it was new, and actually upon closer inspection it's clear that it's not, because the front of it's got a few scuff marks, but the telltale sign was the spoiler, which wasn't attached. And he said, when I contacted him, yes, it's removable. I was like, no, it's not. They're definitely not removable. And if you look very close, you can see the feet there, one of them has snapped off in the body. In fairness to the seller, he did refund half of the money, which he was actually going to refund the full amount. I said, no, it's fine. Well, I'll be fair to you, just refund half. But unfortunately, not quite happy enough with the condition of that. I really like to look after my things, so I'm still on the lookout for a red number 92 Dodge Viper. Now, these weren't in my previous collection, but I had got my eye on them. What I was actually looking for was the Ford GT GTE, which was this one here, and I managed to find one of these with another one that actually come out of a set, a Mercedes GT3, which is this one here, which looks lovely. Now the Mercedes is absolutely mint and looks like it's never been run. Even the braids are pretty good. However, the GT40 clearly has been run because there were some scuff marks on there, and also the aerials were broken and so forth. So again, not very happy with the seller there, but he has offered to send a replacement car, which unfortunately looks like it's got lost in the post. So the search for a GTE Ford continues. The Mercedes, I'm not actually that fussed about, to be honest. It's in such nice condition that this one is going to end up back on eBay. So if you fancy that, keep an eye out on eBay. Just search for my name, Our Tim. That's what my eBay account is. This one I'm very pleased with. So it's another RS500, but this one's the Tim Harvey. And I actually saw this go through the auction, the real car, go through the auction at the Classic Motor Show last year. It's going to be difficult to show you this one because it's right behind the auction. But look, this is the RS500 BTCC, the ex-Tim Harvey. We're trying it around the other way.
300,
look.
back in the room, 300. Against yourself now, 300. At 300, go again. Are we all done and sure then? Selling at 300, it's against you, Sarah, now. Selling at 3. Sorry. 300.
So I'm really, really pleased with this. I haven't really seen that about before. Loving that. Oh, I can't wait to show you what else is in here, but first let's go through this. Do you remember the rally set that I bought? And I said, oh well, it came with a few cars. It did come with these two, the Audi TTs there. I have no real use for them. I haven't even tested them, and that one, the braid's broken on the bottom of it, but I'll get a replacement one of those. That probably will end up useful for Elodie racing in the future with her friends. The main reason why I bought that set was for this. Now, this is an SCX Escort Cosworth. These are very, very cool because they have got proper four-wheel drive in them, and unlike some of the four-wheel drive systems out there which are belt, this one's actually got looks like a prop shaft and is geared. Now, it's not mint like my old one was, and I'm hoping that I will find a mint one at some point for less than what they're currently going for on eBay, which is silly money. It's like a couple of £100. I had one of these. It was always a great car to take on track. I am so thrilled to have that back in the collection. So that I'm very pleased with. And these three, all of these three actually came with the rally stage set. I have no intention of keeping these, but I'm going to clean them up. There was this, these are all SCX. There's the Megane Maxi, again, it's SCX, so I'm going to clean that up. That one will be on eBay. There's a 911, again SCX, actually quite nice condition, that one. Give it a bit of a clean up and away it goes. And finally, top tip, F40. Now, I am looking for an F40, but it's not this one. It is the red Maxwell one that I had in the original collection. All of them work, all of them fine, but they're just not for me. So they are going to be going on eBay soon. This one I'm really thrilled about. When I first got into Scalextric, I went to Toys R Us and I really wanted that Escort Cosworth set, but they'd run out. And I think it was, what was first? I think it was something like Team Calibra. Yeah, Team Calibra or Calibra Sport or Calibra Challenge or something. Anyway, I bought that set and it was cheaper, so I was able to buy another car with it. And the car that I bought with it was this one here, which is a Jaguar XJ220. And this one's even in its original box. Mine wasn't in its original box. But the thing that I'm most thrilled about with this, if I take it out of this box very carefully, I mean, the car itself is beautiful. I've got one thing to do with this. I had to do it with my old one. The lights at the front, they light up those little side lights right down there at the front, and they are tiny, tiny, tiny little bulbs, actual little bulbs, and both of them are blown. Now, I did that on my old one, I'm going to do it on this one, but otherwise, the rear lights all light up, and it's quite cool. When you lift off, the brake lights come on, and then when you're accelerating, the indicators are on. It's absolutely pristine, this thing. I really am chuffed with it, but what I'm most pleased about, look at this. This is the receipt for it. From 1996, 30th of March 1996, someone paid £18.50 for that car. And now you want to know how much I paid for it, don't you? Well, I'm going to tell you. £17.50. How about that? Now, along with the XJ220, I had a red F40. It was the Maxwell one. Someone has very kindly sent me an F40. I'll show you that in the next video with this other car. I've got two last things to show you. The first one is this. I am so pleased with this. Oh my God. So my favourite car in the entire world is the Escort Cosworth. And I remember being about, I don't know, 6 years old when Carlos Sainz was driving a Repsol liveried Escort Cosworth. Now, I know what you're going to say. Those of you keen about this, that's not an Escort RS Cosworth, that's an Escort WRC, and you are right. But just look at the livery of that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so pleased with that. I've got one surprise for you. When I was searching for that on eBay, I came across this. It is an Escort Cosworth, an original one, and look at this. This is the main reason I bought it. You see that? BT's Special Edition. Who remembers BT's? BT's was the best. So this, I don't think I've even taken this one out of the box, you know. I'm so pleased with it. Ooh, there's stuff in there. Oh, no way! Oh, wow, look. All of the original bits in there. And look at this. Carlos Sainz in his Repsol liveried Escort Cosworth. I am so pleased with this. You've no idea. Oh my days. That is just, that's the car that got me into cars. I'm so pleased to have that. Oh. Rest assured, I will not be putting any of this anywhere near a storage unit ever again. That is almost everything that I got off eBay. But I did get one more thing. Before I show you that, I want to show you this. I found this. This was an old trophy that, it's quite funny, isn't it? Look at that. It's that bum. Quite a comedic kind of trophy that I got on a stag do about 10 years ago. We were having a bit of claret over Christmas and Nelly found it, and that became our little Scalextric's Championship trophy. So I went on eBay and found an engraver and had a little plaque made up for it. Look at that. How much fun is that? Scalextric's Champion. So that is now what we compete for. But possibly one of the best things that I have found, apart from the Escort Cosworth and the Jaguar XJ220, is this. It's a Start Gantry, which I had exactly the same, even the stickers, pretty much exactly the same. I had it for Christmas when I was about 8, I think it was. The best thing is that this little Start Gantry, this is not easy to do in the garage, I'll have you know. It's freezing cold, it's about 1 degree outside still. I'm trying to do something incredibly fiddly with freezing cold hands. There we go. Oh, look, can you see this? So it counts down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you push the button on top, there we go, goes to red and then counts down. And away you go. Now, Elodie is playing with this the exact same way that I used to play with it when I was 8 years old. And it's just a load of fun. We go around racing one another and she'll just push the button and say, stop! And we have to stop at it. It's great. So as you can see, the collection now is all coming back together really, really nice. There's a few bits I need to do. There's a few cars I need to clean up and move on. There's a few cars that just need little fettling and little repairs. And there's still quite a few cars out there that I need to find. So the next video, I've done a swap meet. I've done eBay. It's been a bit hit and miss, to be honest. Like, there's been some stuff on there. A lot of the stuff is quite expensive. Some of the stuff when it's come through hasn't been very good quality, hasn't been as it's been described, been a bit of a disappointment, and you've had to wait for it to come through. Plus also paying postage, etc., etc. So eBay has been very good for finding things, not necessarily buying things. The swap meet was really good for both, for finding and buying, because you could see things and you could have a look around, and usually there was 2 or 3 of each out there for you to find it. In my next video, I'm going to another source of being able to find Scalextrics, and that's Facebook Marketplace. And little spoiler alert, I got something amazing on there, which I picked up on New Year's Day. So that's the next video. If you want to see that, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, you get a notification as soon as that video goes live. Also coming up is a trailer for all of my 2025 show dates. 2025, I'm not joking, it's going to be amazing. There's like 23 shows and events that I'm hosting. I can't wait to get started. They all start, well, the first one actually is the Classic Car and Restoration Show at the NEC in March. So if you're going to be there, I'll be there. Hopefully I'll see you there. But if not, you'll be able to see all the highlights of that and all the highlights of all the shows that I'm doing, and also see where I get to with this fantastic collection of slot cars. I love Scalextric, this is great. Embracing my inner child. That's what someone said. So this unit burning down, it's just a wide open door, isn't it, for your inner child? Yes, it is. It is, absolutely. So all this I have to say is a big thank you to you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up underneath this video. That helps put this video in front of more people just like you. If you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. You'll get a new video from me pretty much every week. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. My days, it is cold!